Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing right. So in this video, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin and a few different possible setups that are forming on this market. So I've made a few videos like that in the last year covering Bitcoin for all of you guys who trade cryptos for free. So first of all, well, if you can drop me a like for doing that, I would appreciate it, and make sure as well that you are subscribed to the channel if it's not already done. And so in this video, what we're going to see is simply what's going on right now on the market and what can potentially develop from that. So I'm pretty good, normally at spotting reversal and stuff like that. So I've been able to call the top pretty nicely around 65,000, see the breakdown here, and then the next wave there as well. So we will see what will happen around these levels right now. So let's just jump right into it. So let me add a few technical layers. We will go one by one, and then we will see what we can do with all of this information. So first of all, let me add a few technical tools. So there we go, right? So these are the tools that I have. So as you guys can see, I have a few different levels marked on the chart. So I have the $30,000 level here, which has been holding very, very nice for a long time. And then I have 41,000 and 43,000, and we can see the relevance of these numbers. So 41,000, we have all of these touches right here, and 43, we have this, and also this one here as well, a bit harder to see, but it's also there. So these are the most important, I would say, horizontal level. The reason why I place them is for pattern recognition, and we will see basically how the market is going to react around these places. And then I also have this trend line here, which kind of come along the same region as these two levels here. So pretty simple stuff right there. I also have the $20,000 level mark, which is basically the last all-time high that we had before this bull market. So nothing really crazy here, nothing really hard to see. Now let me add a few more technical layers. So we will add the moving averages right here. Okay, so these will also give us some clues. And then let me also add right here the RSI and the MACD, which are two indicators that I use. So now we have all the technical tools that we need for this market, and we will see basically what can happen from all of this. Now, the first thing that is interesting to notice is that we have some divergence on the RSI, right? So notice how the price here was still going down, right? Here we made a lower point than here. And notice how the RSI did the opposite. We made a higher point than here. So the RSI was starting to go back up while the market was still going down. So this was the first sign that the downside was starting to be a bit exhausted, and that at some point we would see a move back to the upside. And so that's what happened here, right? The $30,000 again level hold very nice, and now it went back up quite nicely here. We are also trading above the 50 level on the RSI, which if you guys have seen my other videos on Bitcoin, you know how important that level is. This is, with that level that I've been able to see the break lower here and here. So this was a really good indication, right? The 50 level was holding all the way here. We broke under, we came back on it, and then we went back down, and this was the break here that we had. So really, really important stuff right there. We're back above the 50 level. That's a great sign for the upside. But as you guys can see, if we look at the chart directly, we still have a lot of obstacles. So we have 41,000, 43,000, we have the trend line, and we have the moving averages. So as you guys can see, for the upside, really, this is the main area where we have a lot of obstacles. And then for the downside, well, 30,000 is really the biggest level and the most important one. If it would ever come under that, then I would watch, 20,000. So now that we have spot these few different levels of interest, well, let's just make a few different possible case of what can happen. So the first possibility here that I see is that, as you guys can see, the price right now is trading at the big zone of obstacle here for the upside that we have. So the first possible scenario is simply that, well, these obstacles are respected, and that anywhere in this zone, the price comes back down all the way to 30,000. And then from there, we will see, well, are we going to break lower? And if we do, as I said, maybe the 20,000 is possible. If we don't break lower, then, we could go back up and again, retest this zone here of interest, okay? So that's really the first possible scenario that I see. And what will be important to watch is the price action around this level. So notice how, when the price came back here, it went back down quite fast. Same thing for this. And same thing for this, right? This one did not go all the way back to the zone, but it it was close enough, right? I would not, count that as another example, but whatever, right? It's not that important. So here, what we need to notice, and the point that I'm bringing here, is that if it comes back down quite aggressive, quite fast, this could be a sign that, maybe we're coming back to 30,000. So that's one thing here that could be important to watch. Another thing here that is important to watch is the behavior, again, of the price action around this zone. So let's say that instead of going back down, quite aggressively, either from here or from here, whatever, right? Again, it's a zone. So instead of coming back down aggressively, what if the price simply goes up and down for quite some time? What if we get, something like this? Well, this will be what I call a change in the structure, a change of behavior, if you want, simply because, again, right, notice how this went back down, went back down, went back down quite aggressively. Here, it's not able to go back down. What does that mean, right? What is the story behind that? Well, the story is that the buyers who stepped in the market right here, some of them took profit around this level. Some people probably try to short Bitcoin as well with the trend line and the zone that we have. So this is why we had this movement here, right? Less buyers, a bit more sellers. That creates a potential correction if the sellers are not too big compared to the buyers, right? In the other case, the market would go down much more, just like we had the other times. And so what does that mean? That means that even if we're getting a correction, it could be just a temporary correction. The buyers might still be in control overall. And then if at some point the sellers capitulate on the movement, they give up on their idea of going short, well, the market could maybe reverse from here. And if we are able to break above all of these obstacles, and if we get a correction like this, this would be, for me, a really, really, really strong sign of a potential reversal and a potential move to the upside, maybe even to new all-time highs. So that is a possibility that is in place for this market as well. This correction, could happen, as I said, anywhere around the zone. It could be before, let's say, breaking the trend line, breaking the moving average, or maybe if we get a strong push here, then we make a pullback to the zone and then we go. These two options are possible. It doesn't matter so much, at the end of the day, it would be the same story, the same reasoning, and the same potential outcome that could come out of this. So these are the different scenarios that I'm looking for on Bitcoin. So now we are at this zone. We will see what happens. As I said, if it rejects strongly, maybe that we could go back to 30,000, maybe lower, maybe not, we will see. If it doesn't reject strongly, if we just make corrections, sideways movements for quite some time, then if we are able to break above, maybe that the run to the upside could keep going. So that's my analysis for Bitcoin. I try to keep it as simple as possible for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. So if you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video. And on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.